Good morning, everyone. My name is Rebecca. This is my YouTube channel, the NightDreamer.Chronicles. I go by the NightDreamer_ bookworm over on Instagram if you're on my Booktube side. And today's episode is a Booktube episode. But if you are from my cross stitching, I do go by NightDreamer_Stitcher over on Instagram as well. But if you're here for both of them, if you're here because of cross stitch, welcome to my Booktube. If this is your first episode, I do have a previous episode, I believe, which is just a walkthrough of my journals. But yeah, so hi everyone. Thank you so much for coming and watching. Today is a good one. I hope so, if I do this right. And if you are returning, thank you so much for coming back and watching. I will just put a disclaimer that I will be having this video, and there should be a wrap up for my May. And I want to say I have to do my review for all the books I've done. That's a big one though, so I don't know. We'll see. Because I'm pretty late to the game to this, really. So I don't know if I'm going to do all my books, but I might, and I might break it down because that will be a very long video. Okay, so yeah, today is June 1st. So welcome to the 1st of June. We're halfway into the year. And like I said, this is a Booktube video. Today we are going to be discussing my readathons. So I am partaking into 2 readathons. I did that last month as well. It was fun. I had a little bit of slump, so hopefully this month will be better. So I am doing the Tarot Readathon. I am Team Swords, so yay. And all that information of who the hosts are and their intro videos, if you still want to go sign up, will be in my description box, and everything. But yeah, so, and I'm really bad with remembering the names, but I want to say her name is Deja. She's the one. But I'll have like the photo and stuff up here. So yeah, we're doing tarot, and let me see. I'm going to be showing you what my tarot deck is going to be looking like. I got these from an Instagrammer over on Instagram. I can't remember the name, but so I'll put a photo here. And these are so good. So this is like a kind of a dark Alice in Wonderland. And I love a good Alice in Wonderland. So here's like the first one. Like, see, look at this. Oh, so pretty. And it has these gold here and this. Unfortunately, I might have spilled something on it. I don't know. Because when I opened it from the little package, it might have like seeped through. Some of the cards were stuck together. So when I pulled them apart, it like kind of ruined it a bit. Like this, just the backing. See, there's backing. So I'm gonna use these, but I want to buy me a pretty like trophy deck. You can say like we do trophy books. I want a trophy deck because these are so pretty right now. And he has a bunch of other ones, but these are my favorites. And I'm gonna be using these for the Tarot Readathon, which will be the month of June. Today is the first day. I have my first book picked out, which I'll be reading later. And one second. But yeah, so I'm part of the Tarot Readathon, and the next one I am part of is the Amazing Readathon, which is hosted by, I want to say, 4 Paws and Books or something like, I don't know. I'm like really horrible at remembering things. But let me just pull them up. You know what? Let me just pull it up. I probably will have it. But yeah, so tarot is by Deja Books World. She's on YouTube and Instagram probably. Most times I am. I just subscribe to them on Instagram and then find out they have a YouTube, so I go over there. Let me see. No. I know she's on here. Wait, why am I looking on YouTube? It's on freaking my Discord. Yeah, it's 4 Paws and a Book. Her name's Bree. She is doing the Amazing Readathon, which is similar to the Amazing Race. So there'll be 8 legs. Right now we're on leg 1. And then you got all these prompts. But I'm not going to go into that. If you want to check it, you can check it out on her channel. She does an amazing introduction to all of this. And I am Team Alionzi. Oh, I forgot to say, this is going to be based off of Doctor Who, which is one of my favorite TV shows. I didn't watch the last 2 after Capaldi. It wasn't a big, like, my cup of tea, kind of stuff. I wasn't a fan of that, but yeah, so I stopped at Capaldi, but I don't think I've ever finished his either, so I will probably go and do some rewatching. I think it's still on Disney Plus, but I don't know. I will figure out where it is that I can go and watch it. So for today, I am going to show you what it is that my first set of books. I'm not doing all my books. I am just going to do my first set. So I am going to pull the cards for my first 3-card spread, and then go pick out those books. And then I am going to do my first 2 rolls for my Amazing Readathon, because I've decided, like, I'm just going to try to do things by, like, every week. And I will also show you my journal spread, because I did that. But first, let me go ahead and kind of show you this. So this is my this is the 3-card spread that Deja and them made. So I have the color version printed, but I will be having a digital journal, and there is one that you can color, so I kind of want to color it. So I'm gonna do that. And then this one is for the Amazing Readathon. This is leg 1, so we have this going on. We got to start here, and then I have printed out the prompts. So I have all of this ready to go. So for the Tarot Readathon, one of the co-hosts, let me go ahead. I'm going to go get her name, which is Noelle. She's the other co-host for Deja. She's the one who does, like, you know, I want to say she does, like, the graphics. She does the snail mail. She's the one who's going to be doing all the, pretty much the admin stuff. So for her, every week there will be a tarot card pull for each of the teams. So our first tarot reading pull was the Lovers, which is, the prompt is to read a book featuring romance. So it doesn't have to be romance. It just needs to include it. But for me, the book I picked was a romance book anyways, because that's my main genre, is romance books. So that was that one. And then for the Amazing Readathon, our first, I think it's a sightseeing prompt, which is where we start here. Because there's 8 main prompts for each of them. And so we'll start that, and then after that, it's like you kind of go around. You use a die, which I'll be showing my going. So my first, where my start here is, it's a book recommended on Booktube. And for me, I went and saw that the lovely ladies from the Ever After Readathon that I was participating in, they were doing Oh, so not all of them, but some of them. They were doing like a tea and biscuits with Tara and B. It's a historical romance live show, and they chose the book To Seduce a Scot. Well, that fits both prompts. It's a romance book, and it was recommended on Booktube. So that is my first book. I will be reading that because I'm like, I have this book. I want to try to read everything I own right now because I'm broke. I can't go buy a book right now. I will probably buy books later because this is also my birthday month. My birthday's not until the end of the month though, so. Okay, yep. So that is my first part. I will be switching over so we can start going over doing my first reading. And so this is how I'm doing the Amazing. So besides doing the weekly prompt that we get, I will also be pulling a 3-card spread, and then one so you could do a 3-card spread or just pull at like random. So I'm gonna do 3-card spread and then like a daily one. So if I caught up with all of my reads for this one and for this one, I will just pull another card for this. I will also be going and rolling a dice for that, which I'll be showing my dice later. It's I bought some dungeon dice for. I'm trying to create a TBR game for myself, which is similar to a couple of them I've seen, which is like this big old thing. And I don't know. I gotta get really creative of what I want. And I bought this dice. I also bought it because I'm doing a cross-stitching board game soon or later. I have it created, but I still need to finish the my rolls and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, so I bought some pretty dice for that. Yeah, so I think that's it. So let's get in, and so I'm gonna go draw the cards and stuff, and when I get back, we'll go through and I will go be picking out some books. So, which will be in my other room. So I'm in my living room. It's the morning right now, but yeah. So hopefully this is not too long. So let's go ahead and switch over. Okay, so here is my 3-card spread. So for swords, we have we have 3 prompts. For an alternative, it says choose a book that matches the card's prompt or whose page number ends in this card's number. So I could do one or the other, or I think I could do both. So if it matches, I think you can get like double points or something. I don't know. I have to go reread those points, but we'll see. This one is card swap. Is choose a book that matches this card's prompt or plus minus 1 card on either side of this prompt. So I will have to either take away a prompt or do that prompt. So I can either do that prompt or I will have to remove one of these. And then we have double points, which is double points for a book that not only matches the card's prompt, but also has exactly 3 words in the title. So we'll see what that comes up. So here are my cards. I've been shuffling these for the last couple days, but you know what? Let's just kind of do a couple shuffles here and there. But yeah, I have been shuffling these for the last couple days since, you know, they were new, they were out of the package, and, you know, I just got to get a feel for them. So let's see what comes out. And I'm just going to pull from like the top, going top, middle, and then the end. All right, so here's the first one. So let's see what our first card is. We have 2 of Cups. Ooh, and this is so pretty. So that goes here. Okay, and then I'm going to shuffle, go in half, and then pick one from the middle. So let's not peek. Here's the middle one. And our next card is the Devil. Ooh, okay. So I'm going to figure out what that one is. It looks like the Jabberwocky, huh? All right, and then let's go again. I'm shuffling them. All right, and then let's pull one from the bottom. And we have 4 of Cups. So those are our first 3 card spreads. And then we're going to do one more for a daily, for today's daily draw. So like I said, every week I will do a sword 3 card spread for every week. But after I read those, I will do like a daily draw. So, because I don't want to overwhelm myself with too many books. So I think weekly will be fine. So let's go ahead. I'm almost there. All right. And let's just pick a card. I am going to choose this one. Our daily card is, ooh, 3 of Swords. All right. So that is our, that's our tarot reading. So after that, when I come back, I will show you what the prompts are and what books I chose. Okay, so I am back and I brought in the board. So I don't have something yet that I can use. You know what? Let's go. We're going to use Kuromi. I'm going to put her here. I'm using these dice. And I think I'm just going to go ahead. These got stuck together. So let's see, which dice should we use? I'm going to go with this one. We're going to go with this one. To make things interesting, because then we just go around and around and around. So let's go ahead. We're going to do 2 rolls for this week. So we have my first book, which was for both, is to Never Seduce a Scot. And then let's see what our prompts are. So here we have 10. So we go around this 10 times. So let's go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. So, by the way, you can go either way, but I'm going that way. So our first one is a book I can read quickly. Okay. Well, let me go ahead. I'm gonna get me a pad out so I don't forget these. Read quick. So I remember the prompts. All right. Let's go ahead for roll number 2. Ooh, 12. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Our second roll landed us on a book with a 1-word title. Which was perfect, really. Because if you remember, my prompt for the double on the 3 card spread was the double one was a 1-word title. So that's perfect. If I can find that, we'll be solid. All right. So that's 1, 2, and 3. So I have my 3 books for this week for that one, and I'm gonna have probably another 3. So we'll see what all my books are. So that was that. I will probably come again next week and do the whole thing over again. I will probably, do more during the week, but yeah. All right. So those are my 2 prompts from this one and my 3 card spread plus my daily. So let me go back. You'll be seeing my pretty face soon, and then we'll go ahead and pick out some books. Hey everyone, I am back, and you might see that I look different from my first part of the video, and that's because today is the second. It's no longer the first. So I was going and I was getting everything to edit. The first 2 videos where I introduce myself, and then the part where I show you the cards I pulled, everything like that. Those are fine. And then until I got to the part where I was doing my my books, I guess somehow it got corrupted, so I had to delete that. So now I'm redoing it, but I have actually changed the books I originally was going to show you, but well, you don't know what they were, but I had some other books, but then I'm like, okay, well, you know what? I am going to pick some different ones. This is just for the first part. I will go through Tarot Readathon first, and then I will go and show you my books that I chose for the Amazing Readathon. So I'll put up here the card that was chosen for our team weekly prompt, which I just found out that any books, I can do as many books as I can during that week for that prompt, which unlike the ones I draw and do for this one, like you can only do like once, and then unless you draw it again, I think. But I don't know if I'm going to put, I might put these back, like not put them back in, just so I can get a variety of different books. So our weekly prompt is for the lovers, which is read a romance that features, read a book that features romance. And that's pretty much all of the books I read. So I will be putting up that prompt for many books that I submit. Okay. So let me go ahead. I'm going to open up my journal, which I did not show you, but I will show you once I kind of have some stuff going on, doing my wrap up. Because also I've noticed that I have not done my yearly ones. I've been just doing everything for, like the monthly challenges, but I will see if I can actually put anything I read into these. So I will need to look that over. Okay, so I have, all right, so, yeah, so the weekly prompt, the weekly prompt for the lovers is read a romance book. I had one that I thought I had to only read one book for it and so forth, but I found out afterwards, after I got into, the Discord and stuff, I can read as many romance books as I want, but I still am going to read this one for that prompt, and it's actually called The Lovers. This is by Kristen Cast, and I thought this was very appropriate for the card plus for the Tarot Readathon. I'm just going to read a little bit, which is one enchanted tarot card, two infuriating. I cannot speak to it. Let me get something to drink first. I swear, words are very hard when you're recording. Like, I'm okay talking generally, but I can't seem to do it here. Okay. It says one enchanted tarot card, two infuriatingly hot men, and a modern woman who refuses to be anyone's damsel. So from what I can see is that Gemma Summers, who is a female main lead, her and Alder Hawk, it says that he's her dangerously charming ex. So they dated, and they end up getting, she ends up ends up with a tarot card, and then ends up in a steampunk inspired Kingdom of Cups, her and Alder. But I'm trying to see. Oh, okay, it says, but survival in the world of Towerfall, which is the realm that her and Alder gets swept into. But survival in the world of Towerfall is anything but simple, especially when she's caught between the ex who wants to own her, and a roguish former king who sees through every one of her defenses. So this sounds like, I'm really hoping this is it's a wide choose when you can have them both. I don't know. I'm loving that. Sounds really good. So I can't wait to start that one, and hopefully I can get that during this week. And then I did my 3-card spread. So the first one I pulled was the Two of Cups from my Wonderland deck, which I love this deck. I will need to buy a new deck for like kind of a trophy deck, because unfortunately some of them got stuck together, so it looks messed up in the front part. And then like on the here in the graphics, there's like paper, so it's like I want a new deck. I'm gonna use these because I love this, and they are having a sale, so it's a possibility. But yeah, so Two of Cups, I love it. This one was let me pull out my little cheat sheet here. No, I'm kidding. Everybody gets this. Two of Cups is read a book that explores partnership or the power of two. So pretty much that just meant, like I had to ask to make sure I got this right, was that it's pretty much like couples in a relationship. Pretty much I can do any romance. Like the biggest thing for them is that the unity. So like romance is very good for couples and stuff like that, and partnerships and the power of two. So the one I chose for that was from Sherilyn Kenyon. It is The Night Pleasure. This is book 1 of her Dark Hunter series. I love this series. This was my very first paranormal romance. It's the second book to like any romance I've ever read. I started at 15. My first one was I Love Cherish Me. And then I went to my library and I saw this one that was on sale. They were like getting rid of it. So I bought it. I believe I have an actual new copy where it's like the new covers and stuff, which I actually prefer this one. Come on, who would not prefer that over someone's face? I don't know. To me, looking at abs is way better. But yeah, so this one, so basically this Dark Hunter saber, if you don't know it, is like, so all of these men or women, they were pretty much murdered. They had like an unjustly death, and their souls like cry out so loudly that the goddess Artemis comes down and asks them, give up your soul to me and then work for me, and I'll give you your vengeance against whoever killed you. And in doing so, she pretty much takes their souls and then gives them abilities where they'll have supernatural abilities, but they'll have abilities that are similar to a vampire. So like heightened senses. They can't go under sunlight, but that's also because of Apollo. Pretty much because she created these Dark Hunter vampire hunters to take down the Acolytes, which is another style of vampires that was created by Apollo. He had children, but something happened where he pretty much cursed his children they will only be able to live up until 27, and then they'll die. And then they're not allowed to even be out in the sunlight because that offends him. And so, because I believe what I remember was that they killed someone very precious to him, but they try to make it seem like it was an animal attack. I haven't read this in like forever, so like I'm trying to catch up on all the books and grab the new ones. So I'm doing a reread. Okay, so basically, yeah, so he pretty much turns them into the first type of vampires. So they have the teeth. They don't drink human blood. They have to drink the blood from one of their own species. But one of them found a way to live past that 27-year curse. But by doing so, they would have to go and take human life. But it's not their blood that they're like really like drinking. They're sucking out their souls. And they have to continue doing that to continue living. So since that happened, that's why Artemis, this Apollo's twin sister, created the Dark Hunters to take them out and to protect humans. And they get paid and everything. And in this one, we learn about Kieran, his story. How did he die? Why did he want to become a vampire? And then he ends up waking up handcuffed to Amanda, who is the female lead. And she has her own special abilities. Like her whole family is like of the supernatural, right? It's like, I want to say like maybe gypsy style. It sounds very gypsy, but she has all these other abilities too. And they're running from a daemon. It sounds like demon, but it's like a daemon or something like that. I can never remember how to say it properly. That wants to kill him, and he keeps getting in the way. So it was so good. From what I remember, so I wanted to reread this one. So I will be doing that for the Two of Cups. Okay, moving on. After that, I pulled the Devil. And the Devil, let me see, what was the Devil again? The Devil, read a book featuring obsession. So for that one, I chose one of my arcs because I love the first one. Oh, sorry, I was coloring. Let me see pictures. The one I had chosen for obsession is the Hate Me, Take Me. I don't feel like putting as many as those I had. This one is by Laura Bishop. This is going to be the second book for the Love Me, Stalk Me. And this one is about, I forget her name. I'm really bad at names right now. I am trying to look for my phone and my phone's right here. How dumb am I? I forgot her name. Her name is something. This is from the series The Obsessively Yours, so Obsession. Amanda. Her name is also Amanda. Oh wow. Yeah, so Amanda, she signs up for an app called Obsess AI boyfriend app. And she's thinking that she's having like a little weird relationship with this AI. But what she doesn't know is that this AI is her ex-husband. But she also starts getting weirded out because this AI boyfriend is starting to tell her kind of knows her like a little too well. Like, how does he know all this stuff? But yeah, so let me go ahead and see. It says, for fans of Lights Out and You, this follows up to Love Me, Stalk Me is a dark rom-com about a woman matched with her fantasy boyfriend by an AI app, unaware he's actually her ex-husband. Back to win her over in disguise. When Amanda signs up for a beta feature of the Upsa's AI boyfriend app, a secretive new match program that claims to pair users with real-life partners who match their fantasy settings. Okay, because in the Love Me, Stalk Me book, she was just using the app to have an AI boyfriend to do stuff with. So this one is, I guess, a different version of it, but instead of an AI boyfriend, they they just match other users with each other, I guess. A secretive new match program that claims to pair users with real-life partners who match their fantasy settings. She thinks it's just another marketing gimmick. Sure, the guy it gives her is hot, brooding, protective, motorcycle included, but he won't take off his helmet. Won't tell her his name, and somehow he knows things no one else should. She should be freaked out. She should stop letting him make her feel things. But something about him feels familiar. What Amanda doesn't realize is that the man behind the helmet isn't a stranger at all. It's her ex-husband. So that one sounds so good. I got the arc for this one. This one will be it will be published on August 4th, 2026. I forget, like sometimes they kind of do it. They do day, month, and then year. For me, I do month, day, year. So yeah. Okay. But yeah, so that's my to do one that has obsession. Okay, after that one, I pulled, oh, that was the, my bad. I pulled Four of Cups. And that one, okay, I kind of lost the paper. Oh, it's under my tablet. My bad. Now, the Four of Cups, it says, read a book that's been sitting on your TBR shelf for a long time. The one I had chosen is actually on my Kindle. Well, actually, no, it's on my Nook, I believe. I have the physical book, but I don't want to go to my room right now. So let me go look. So this one, I have watched the TV show. I love the TV show, but I've actually never read the actual books. So this one, oh my gosh, if I can find it. Oh, wrong one. So I am reading the Charlene Harris's Dead Until Dark. It's the first one in the Suki Stackhouse series. I have never read the books. I've only ever watched was True Blood, which was the TV show. And this one has been sitting on my TV since like probably, I don't know, like before 2020. It's been on there a while. Like, because like I said, I haven't read since 2020. So I've been buying books, but I haven't been reading. But if you know, you know. It's the Suki Stackhouse. It's just a small town cocktail waitress in a small town, Louisiana, until the vampire of her dreams walk into her life and one of her coworkers checks out. Maybe having a vampire for a boyfriend isn't such a bright idea. So I want to see what's the big difference between the books and the TV show. It should be interesting. All right, and then my last one that I drew, this is for the daily, which I'm going to have to pull one for today too. This one is the Three of Swords I pulled. Which is Three of Swords. Read a book you think will be emotionally devastating. Now, I'm on a reread kind of situation here. Like I said, I'm rereading, I'm reading new books. I'm doing a lot of things because I was able to find mostly this is the ones I've never finished series for. So the first one I thought of was going to do was The Lovely Bones. I watched the movie. That movie does devastating because I cried. And I vaguely remember reading the book and I know I cried in that one. Because I don't read a lot of books that is going to make me cry or devastate me in any way. It's really hard. I read romance. So I was trying to figure out what books do I have that I can think of at the top of my head. So that was the first one. And then I remembered I also have this one, which I love the movie. I was sad that they didn't make number 2. It only has 2 books in the series. So I wish they did the movie. But it didn't get a lot of attention, I guess. So it didn't make a lot. So they're like, no, we're not making it. I'm like, ugh, that sucks. So the one I know will devastate me because it really is. It's good, but sad. So sad. Is the, by Gail Forman. It's the If I Stay. Oh my God. I bought this a long time ago. It was I I know I cried. So I know if I read it now again, it's going to make me cry. Okay. And if you don't know that one, I mean, you should probably know that one. That one's like one of the best books I've ever read. It's about a girl who's so different. Like she's like like a black sheep from her family, where her family, they're a bunch of kind of like rockers. Like dad was in a rock band. So was the mom. I think the mom too. I know the dad for sure. And then they had this little girl, and they used to take her to concerts and everything like that. But all of a sudden, like, she's not into concerts, like rock concerts. Somehow she ended up liking classical. And what she wanted was to play the cello. I think it was a cello. Like, I think it started out like her doing that. And her dad went and sold some of his stuff to let her, because he was such in awe of her, like her talent for it. So it takes place with her. I remember that there was an accident, and like she's like in a ghost form. She's watching her boyfriend, who is in a rock band, her family, and then it's just like a long story like that. The long story, her journey as pretty much in astral projection. Like she's in a coma. Everybody's waiting for her to wake up. It's like I know it's gonna devastate me again, but I'm okay with that because it's one of my favorite books ever. Okay. All right, now let's get into the Amazing Readathon. For the Amazing Readathon, we had a main prompt, which is it's right here. A book recommended on YouTube or Booktube. So you had to go search through YouTube, any of your subscriptions or whatever, see what they were recommending and read it. For me, let's see if I still have the photo. I don't think I do, which is fine. I will just, I'll put it up there of where I got it from. But the book I saw that I knew I have was from Maya Banks. It's Never Seduce. It's got, like I said, romance. So I read a lot of romances. That's my thing. And this one was recommended, and I knew I had this one, so I went to go find it, and I plan to read it. It says Evelyn Armstrong is fiercely loved and protected by her powerful clan, but outsiders consider her touched. Beautiful, fey, with a level, intent gaze, she doesn't speak. No one, not even her family, knows that she cannot hear. So everybody thinks she's crazy, pretty much. But really, it's just that she's deaf. She can't hear. Content with her life of seclusion, Evelyn has taught herself to read lips and allow the outside world to view her as daft. But when an arranged marriage into a rival clan makes Graham Montgomery her husband, Evelyn accepts her duty. Unprepared for the delights to come, Graham is a rugged warrior with a voice so deep and powerful that his new bride can hear it, and hands and kisses so tender and skilled that he stirs her deepest passions. Graham is intrigued by this mysterious Evelyn, whose silent lips are ripe with temptation and whose bright, intelligent eyes can see into his soul. As intimacy deepens, he learns her secret. But when clan rivalries and dark deeds threaten the wife he has only begun to cherish, the Scottish warrior will move heaven and earth to save the woman who has awakened his heart to the beautiful song of a rare and beautiful love. So this one is a historical romance. It's romance. And it's a marriage convenience with the main female lead having a disability. I remember getting this series, but I don't know if I read this one yet. Sometimes if I find one I like, I buy the series, especially if there's not a lot to it. Okay. And then for my sightseeing prompts, we have a book you can read quickly. So the quickest book I could thought of that I saw that was on my shelf and it was staring at me, and one I knew that I wanted to read for the longest time was this one, which is The Phoenix and the Albatross. This is based off a TV show called Erkenci Kuş, which translates to Daydreamer, and it's from Turkish. And this is a very much a translated book, because originally, as you can see in this title here, it was originally Turkish and they translated English. So I chose this one to read, and it seems quick and everything because it's not that big. It should be a very good quick read. So I love the TV show and I really can't wait for that one. I tried reading the back of this, but like I said, it's kind of hard to understand from the the translation because it's kind of bad. Like I read the reviews, like reading it in Turkish is probably better, but like I can't read Turkish, so I can only read the English. And they said their English translation, whoever translated it and put it into book, did not do that much of a good job because it was kind of confusing. But I don't care. I like them as like if I never watched the TV show, I probably would never buy this book. So they say it's very similar to the TV show, so I could probably picture the TV show more than what I'm reading. And then my last one that I rolled for the sightseeing prompts was a book with one word title. And I chose, not everybody likes the series, and I don't care. I like the series because I like Twilight. So I am reading Grey by Yellow James. One word. I bought the last of this is Christian's point of view books, and I bought the last one, but I never got around to it. So I decided I want to read everything from the beginning. And while if you read 50 Shades of Grey, it's pretty much it, but we're getting Christian's point of view, and we'll see a lot of things that from his point of view. Yeah. So everything what he was doing, we finally get to see what was going on, which, if I remember correctly, I did like this, but I don't remember everything. Like I haven't read 50 Shades of Grey and all of them for a long time. And this one I bought from like a secondhand store that was going out of business, and it's kind of yellowy. Like a lot of the pages are yellowy. That just reminds me that I saw at the bookstores that they have some new editions for 50 Shades of Grey and stuff. And I might go and buy those. Because like, I don't know if you can see all that. But yeah, I bought this whole series from a secondhand store. Like, and it was not kept good. It was not, I don't know. A lot of my books are secondhand stores. I'll go and buy it cheaply. Yeah. But yep, so that was my last of my prompts and stuff. I'm going to try to read those in the next couple days, and then I'll be doing more. I will hopefully be able to film my end of May wrap up, and then show you what I have for my journal going on. And then next Monday, probably, I will go ahead and refilm for the next week. The next set of books I'll be reading for Tarot and The Amazing Race. Okay, so that is it for me. I don't think I have anything else at the moment. I'm gonna go ahead and try to upload all these, and hopefully you guys get to see it at least by either the 3rd or the 4th. I don't know. It does take me a second. With, I have Amara and I have work, and I'm always tired when I get off work. So I procrastinate a lot of things, but yeah. All right. So that's it for me. Have a good rest of your week. Happy reading, everybody. Bye.